Howdy folks, Rob here. Today we're going to look at the OzTrail fast frame Ensuite single, how to put it up. You may have seen it in a few other clips. I've done a couple now where this is sort of featured or been in the background. I'll put a link to one or two of them up here in the corner for you. But today we're going to look at actually how to set it up from out of the bag to fully set up. One of the easiest Ensuites I've seen to go up and to be put away as well. Now with the OzTrail you will pay a bit of a premium price, obviously. It is an actual structure, unlike those ones that you can get where they fold and flip around all up on themselves. Those ones aren't as durable as something like this OzTrail Ensuite. Now you can get singles and doubles of this. I do a lot of solo camping, so a single is enough for me. I use it as a shower and also where I put my portable toilet, the porta potty. It does come with a floor, a roof, it's all vented, plenty of circulation for air, a fully closable door, as well via 2 zips. It does come with a towel holder and a toilet roll holder as well, depending on what use case you've got for it at the time. It does have internal pockets, so you can put your soap and your conditioner and shampoo and all that sort of thing inside the pockets if you like. It actually measures 1.2 by 1.2 is its sort of floor plan, or square meterage, I suppose, if you want to call it that. But like I said, guys, very, very simple, very easy to put up in a few seconds. It is double lined, so you can't see through it in any way, and there is a window at the back that you can zip and unzip, depending on what you're doing or what you want people to see or not see. Obviously, you can use it as a change room as well. It does have a central hook at the top for your shower heads, and I've slightly modified that for mine just to fit my shower head, just with a couple of zip ties, but there is a hook at the top for you to be able to hook your shower heads on, or whatever you want to use it for. And there is a little slot for the hose to come through at the top, so there's a little opening there. Overall, I think this is a fantastic Ensuite and something to really consider if you're getting serious about camping and you don't want to have to stuff around with trying to work out how to fold up those flimsy shower tents that you often see around the place and flying off cars and flying across campsites. This guy is absolutely fantastic, and it only weighs 5.6 kilos. Comes in a nice little bag like this. Everything's in there. There's nothing else you need except apart from pegs, obviously. So the OzTrail fast frame Ensuite single, let's set it up. Very easy to put up by yourself. It helps if you do have a second person, but I do it by myself all the time. It's rather easy. A couple of tips before you start. Try and set it up away from your camp, somewhere that has a decline in the landscape, so that when the water comes out of your shower, if you're using it for a shower, the water will run away from your camp, not towards your camp, because the last thing you want to do is have a flooded out camp. You may see some kangaroos hop past in the background. There is a little family that lives here, and they're here most mornings and afternoons, so you may see them skip on by. They're over to my left at the moment. I'm not sure if the camera can see it or not, but a couple over there. Anyway, we're not here to admire kangaroos, even though they are pretty cool. We're here to set up our shower, toilet, change room, tent, whatever you want to call it. So everything comes in the bag. The only extras you're going to need are 8 pegs and the hammer. Comes in sections, not just one big piece. So the main piece you're going to be interested in is this section. Now it comes with 2 ties that do come off completely. So we'll undo them. There's one, for example. Try not to lose them. And the other one, just here. So this here is the main frame of the tent. As you can see, I've opened it upside down. That's totally fine. All you need to do is flip it over, because essentially it is one piece click frame, so it's going to fold out from inside itself. Now, we want it obviously the right way up, so simply grab hold of it all, flip it over, and now we have the 4 tops, which you can identify by not being flat feet, but by the curved locks that are part of this system. So what you want to do now, open it up a little bit, just to get the legs out a little, give yourself a bit of room. The legs are going to want to fall over on you and stuff, but that's all right. Nothing's going to break as such. So what happens here is the center folds out and up. So, like I said, it looks a little awkward, but it's not too bad. That essentially comes up like that. And voila, you can start to see the frame take shape. Now, to lock it all in, because obviously that's just all loose, on the side corners here are little locks. So you make it so it's just past a 90-degree angle and clicks in. So that one there is now locked in. Go around, do the same for the others. So So as you can see, I'm just doing it by myself here, not too hard. And it's all locked in. Now that frame is solid. I'll just turn it around because I've opened it with the door at the back so you guys can see the door. I'll turn it around. So you can see this is the front of it obviously, and the door section. Next thing you're going to want to do is raise it up. So to do that, they do have these little yellow locks on each corner that support the legs. So basically pull one up and you're going to go past a hole initially, ignore that hole, and you're going to click in down the bottom here. It is a one height only Ensuite. Then go around to the other sides. Same again. It's all going to click in. You'll hear the click. And one more. And that's it. Your frame is now assembled. Now on a really windy day, I would probably suggest pegging down the four corners. There's a little bit of a breeze around today. It's not too bad. So I'm going to peg them down. Start in the corner where the breeze is coming from. So for me, at the moment, it's coming from that direction. So there's little peg hole holders here. Peg them down. I tend to just do 3 until I've put the roof on. So you notice I've only done 3 pegs so far, just to hold it in case the wind blows, because we still need to get the roof on. As you can see, it's got a ventilated roof, which is fantastic. This allows, obviously, all the steam to come out when you're having a nice hot shower. And also just keeps the airflow in there if you're using it as a toilet, for example. You can see there's a window here at the back, and that zips up around there. The mesh fly screen also has a window that you can do up and undo. I'll leave that done up, obviously, you don't want bugs flying in. There's also a couple of pockets there as well for things like toiletries and all that kind of stuff. What you want to do next is put the roof on. The roof comes with the kit, obviously, but it's a separate item inside there, so it's not part of the structure as you put it together. So you just unwind all the guy ropes, because the guy ropes are actually attached to the roof, not the actual main structure. It does have a silver lining underneath with the green top to match the green sides and the beige sides. Now to differentiate the front from the back, not that it really matters on this, but the roof does have an actual logo that you would normally put across the front. It will go any way you like though, so don't feel as though you have to put the OzTrail logo at the front. The roof will fit no matter which configuration you put it in. But we'll try and do it the right way today. If you want the OzTrail to face the front, which I tend to do anyway, I'm a bit of a stickler for that kind of thing. This is where it can get a little bit tricky, especially for a shorter person. Now, basically what needs to happen is this needs to go over the top, and these little holes I mentioned earlier, the hooks on each corner hook into them, and then with a bit of stretchy bungee type cord pulls up and makes it taut over the top. So what we're going to do here is obviously have our back to the wind so the wind can help us out. I'm just going to throw it over the top here, just like that. Sorry about the back to the camera guys. And pop one corner in, try and keep the tension on that corner, and then we're going to feed over the other side. So that will sit there just nicely. This side here, hook will go in. So as you can see, you've got to keep this sort of tight. Get this top corner in. You may have the ropes coming over from the other side. Don't stress about that, we can get them later. Pop that onto there, like that. And then your final corner, we'll lock it all in. Now what you want to do here is grab your guy ropes, because they would have probably gone everywhere at this point, but that's all right. It's easy to feed them through and around. It's just because when you throw the cover over, they sort of go wherever they like. And that last guy rope there. And as you can see guys, it's really starting to take shape now. There is another clip here, so if you don't want the door flapping around, we'll do it up. And just around there. This does take a few goes to get the hang of, guys, but once you do it 2 or 3 times, you'll work out the best way to throw it that works for you. So now, it gives us our guy ropes, and since it's all hooked in securely here, your guy ropes will now secure the entire tent down. So again, another 4 pegs here, and of course we still have our far corner bottom peg to peg down. Just remember, the further the guy ropes come out, the more of a trip hazard it could be. But at the same time, don't risk your tent or your ensuite or anything blowing away. You've got to make it as safe as possible. Another inclusion with this ensuite from OzTrail is you get a floor. It is quite good that they get to give you the floor. Obviously you don't want to be standing in dirt while you're having a shower. Now it does come with these little clips in each corner, and each corner on the inside of the ensuite is somewhere to put the clip, so it keeps the floor nice and tense. So we'll pop that in now. As you would have seen in my other ensuite video that I've made, a little bit of luxury goes a long way. Now this is just a board I got from a hardware store, a little elevated bit of wood, bath mat, and basically all I use this for is to put that on top of the floor, and that way you stop your feet from pooling in the dirty water and everything. Again, a little bit of luxury when you're camping, never goes astray, but just gets you up off the ground, out of the dirty water, and stops your feet from getting all muddy while you're having your shower. Now you may be wondering where the water's going to go with that tarp in there now, that floor. With the tent taut on each corner and pegged down, it actually lifts the bottom here, and in between the floor and the sidewalls is a mesh, and obviously the water will land on the tarp there, the floor, and then rush out outside through the mesh onto the ground. Obviously, like I said before, you want to have the tent somewhere where the water is going to run away from your camp, not towards it. Extra inclusions include a towel rack. Now this towel rack is great size, and there's 2 little hooks for it, places to hook it up there. However, the towel will tend to roll and fall off. So what I'd suggest is getting some zip ties, and you can actually zip tie the end tight around it, and then it stops the bar itself from moving. I don't overly use this that much because I find with the towel rack in here, I find that the towel actually gets wet just from the spray of the water as you're having a shower. I tend to not use that so much, and I'll actually hook my towel up in here. There's a little strap just up in there, and I'll hook the towel so it hangs on the outside here, and then when I need it, I just undo the top, reach around, grab the towel, happy days. It does also come with a toilet roll holder. Again, I don't tend to use that much. Just set it in the corner type thing because I find it just sort of unrolls on itself. Just something to take note of, guys, that the height of the ensuite single is actually higher than this. So once you're inside it, you'll find there's a lot more room up actually inside the ensuite. So for example, I've got my hat on here, and if I duck under here, I can stand perfectly fine, even though it looks as though it's only this high. There's plenty of room in here, guys, and you'll be able to wash your hair and all that kind of thing. So there you go, guys. That's how you set up the OzTrail fast frame ensuite single. As you can see, easy to do solo. Obviously quicker if you've got a friend to help you out, but you can have it up in 5-10 minutes, if that, and be ready to rock and roll. To check out the shower that I use this with, I'll put a link up in the top corner there so you can check that out. The way I hook it in and through and all that kind of thing. But otherwise, the OzTrail fast frame ensuite single, I've had it for about 12 months. Absolutely love it. And my mates call it the Versace. But just a nice little extra to have at camp. Nice little bit of luxury.